Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south, I'll be spreading out.
What's going on, Credit Snipers? It's your boy Carlos Tradeline with the Credit Assassins and the best credit blueprint. Guys, thank you for being here with us today. Once again, hey, I'm very honored for you taking the time and checking out one of our content. As a matter of fact, this content is one of those that actually comes from one of you. But I want to make sure that you guys, this is your first time on our channel, make sure that you stick behind and stick to the end. I'm going to give you nuggets throughout the whole video. And I want to tell you why I believe trade lines right now are about to end. So trade lines is one of those things that actually inflates and helps your credit eventually, no matter what. But this is a artificial trade lines, and that's what I call artificial trade lines. But no matter what, every account that you have on your credit report is called a trade line. But guys, hey, before I continue, make sure that you subscribe, click on that bell icon so that you'll be notified every time that we post a new content. But at the same time, guys, give me the thumbs up. I appreciate your time, and I want to make sure that if you love this content, I want to make sure that I keep pushing it out to more people, so that a lot of more people can benefit from this. But guys, look, let's talk about trade line. So what's a trade line? So everybody asks me, okay, so what's the best trade line that I can have? They call in, they say, hey, my score is a 530. What trade lines can I add? I'm like, no, guys, you can do that. It's not going to do anything. It's not going to help you at all, especially if you're under the 700s. It's really not going to do anything. The best thing you need to do is you need to lay the foundation. So let's just say today, we are about to build a house, but you see that the ground is shaky, that you may have foundation issues, but you still build the house. What's going to happen probably months, hours, weeks later, or even years later? Your house may sink, your house may crumble, your house may fall down, right? Same thing with your credit. You don't add trade lines. The only trade lines that you want to start adding to your own credit report is your main trade lines or your primary trade lines. So primary trade lines, so you have difference between trade lines. So you got primary, which is the trade lines or the accounts that you apply or by yourself, your credit, with your social security number, you actually get an inquiry and so on. And you also have what's called AU, authorized user, is the trade lines that you get added to. So let me give you an example. In your credit report, you are going to see anytime that you differentiate these two trade lines is you're going to see IND, which is an individual, and then an AU, which is authorized user. So an individual is the type of accounts that you actually apply. So let's just say a home, a car, a boat loan, a personal loan, a credit card that you apply for, and that's an individual. But if your mom, brother, sister, cousin, or anyone that you know, you ask for you to become an authorized user, or you even go out and get one of these services out there in order to become an authorized user on somebody else's account, yes, that's legal. Yes, you can do it. What I'll tell you for that is make sure that you know who you're getting it from. If you're ever interested in that, we could help you with that. Becoming part of a member of a course, a client of ours, you get 75% of on all of the trade lines. But be careful if you go any other service, you are welcome to. Be careful who you get it from. Most of the times, you don't even know what type of information they have. And if this person have had or that card is not in a good standing, meaning that it's not a good utilization, has good payment history. If I have a bad history and bad utilization, you are going to inherit that as well. So instead of helping your credit report, you may be hurting your credit report by adding one of those. So just be careful. Make sure that you go to a reputable a broker that can help you out with this. And again, if you need help with that, just give us a call. We could definitely help you out. But you can do that, guys. So eventually, the point here is, so anytime that you add a trade line or an artificial trade line, in this case, what I mean artificial is that you didn't apply for, that you became an authorized user, you, for the most part, can get 6 points per every good year. So 6 points for every good year. So let's just say you go out and get a new car of $30,000, meaning you get a trade line of $30,000 with 9 years of life or lifespan or age. So in this case, if you multiply 9 times 6, it's gonna be almost 90, right? So again, No, I'm sorry. I get my math. Okay, yeah, 9 to 54. So 54 points. You should be able to get 9 times 6 is 54 points. So let's just say you are in the 680 or 690. 54 point could definitely put you over the verge or even the 725 or 730s. That's something that can help you out. So you got to see really where you're at. I say credit score and your credit report. It's like your DNA. It's like your fingerprint. Everybody else credit report, credit score is completely different. Why is that? It's because, hey, we all go through different things. Life is completely different for all of us. We make different choices, and sometimes we find ourselves in a situation which we wouldn't find ourselves. Life happened to us, but at the same time, some of us are responsible about it, want to learn from it. Some of us never knew that you can learn from it. This is why I'm trying to bring this to you guys, because I know the school did not teach us that. School did not teach you about how to balance your check. School did not teach you about finances. School didn't teach you about what credit is, how to use it, and how you can leverage credit or even make money from credit. Guys, this is why I want to bring this to you, because I was fed up with the bullshit, period. Fed up. Pay so many other companies to actually try to fix my credit. And if you know my story, hey, the last thing that happened is I paid a friend of a friend $600, and guess what he did? Bounce on me, disappear. You know what? I was so pissed off, but at the same time, I took action. I decided to learn this. I decided to create my own blueprint. And I decided to then bring this blueprint to you guys and tailor it to each one of you. Why? Because like I said, your situation is completely different, but I give you from point A to point B the shortest way. I'm not gonna fluff it out. I'm gonna tell you what you need to do. Like it or not, you're either gonna stay here and do it, or you're gonna go to somebody else to do it for you because you don't want to take the time. But guess what's going to happen later on? You will end up in the same situation. It's time for you to learn. It's time for you to start taking charge of your own finances. So let's keep talking about credit, and let's keep talking about Tradelines. So guys, so something I want to tell you is, like when I started the video, is that 50% of creditors, so there's a study that came out, 50% of creditors are now only accepting Tradelines, opposed to 75% that was before. So what I'm trying to say is you need to start doing something with your credit today. If a Tradeline is something that you may want to do, hey, start working on your credit, setting the foundation, add that so you can gain that, and you can definitely inflate and get the credit score that you need. Because for the most part, when you get an artificial Tradeline, meaning that you become an authorized user, unless it's your parents or somebody that you know, it stays in your credit for 45 days. So you lose the credit, but you inherit the age. So it can help you over time, yes, definitely, especially if you start getting more credit, because the more credit you get, the lower your age becomes. So that's something you got to keep in mind. Now, some of the things that I want to tell you is say, yes, you can add primary Tradelines, but keep in mind that anytime you add primary Tradelines, you either run the risk of getting approved or disapproved depending on your credit. At the same time, you will get inquiries, either soft or hard. Any hard inquiry that you get in your credit, if you ever get disqualified, you could lose between 4 to 7 points per application or per inquiry. If you get approved, you're still going to lose some points, which eventually over time, a couple months down the line, you're still going to earn them back, but you lose between 1 to 2 points. So keep that in mind. How many times are you are applying for new Tradelines, because that over time, if you apply to too many Tradelines, it could raise a big flag alert to all the creditors saying that, hey, this person may be strapped for cash. This person may not have money. This is why he applying or she applying for credit. So let's stop everything. Let's not provide or approve any other application. So keep that in mind, okay? Too many inquiries at once could definitely raise a flag within the credit bureaus and not allow you to get any more credit. Now, the other thing that you can do is there's other ways that you can add Tradelines with your own history. So for example, you could go to ExperienceBoost.com, Experience Boost, and in there, what you do is you add your own checking account that you've been paying bills with. That history gives a boost to your credit score. That's awesome. You get no hits on your credit, no hard pulls or soft pulls. You just automatically add that information that is yours. Now, at the same time, you could go to rent, or there's a lot of rent reporters systems out there that can definitely help your credit. Meaning that if you don't own a home, but you rent, that age or that time that you've been paying your rent on time can also help you out. So that's another way that you can add your own trade lines without hurting your credit, but at the same time increasing your credit score. So some of the ones that I advise you to do is go to rentreported.com. It's a little pricey at the beginning. You pay, I think, about $94, and then you pay $7 a month. But guys, it can definitely add up to 2 years of rental history, which eventually is going to increase your score. So think about that. That's something that if you are there in that situation, you don't have a home because you haven't been able to buy a home because of your credit, at least you could add your rental, because we all live somewhere, right? And if you don't pay rent, wink wink, for educational purposes only, find somebody that gives you a lease. So like that you could forward to the rent reporters, and they could report up to 2 years of rental. The other one is Rental Karma and Level Up Credit. It's actually also 3 services that I advise any of our clients to use, especially because it reports to all 3 credit bureaus. And lastly, guys, you can also add what we call a secure credit line. What's a secure credit line? It is a credit card that many debt or creditors offer, in which you put your own money. So let's just say you get a credit card or a card with $500. You take $500, you put in there. It's like a bank. It's like a debit card. But you are able to use it. If you have $500 and you use it and you keep using it just like a debit, like you've been doing it so far, that will report to the credit bureau as if it was a credit card. And over time, will build your credit. So it can help your credit score as well as getting as secure, because you put in your own money, opposed to an unsecure, which is the credit that a bank will give you because of your credit and your history. So those are 3 ways that you can definitely go ahead and add a trade line to your credit report without hurting your credit. But keep in mind that the goal here, what I wanted to tell you, is whatever you're doing, act now. Start taking charge of your own credit. Start taking charge of your own life, your own finances, investments, whatever you want. Because remember, credit is one of those things that it's not just to buy pleasurable stuff. It's to invest. Use your credit to invest. Use your credit to build more wealth for you. Think in that way. Educate yourself on how you can do this. That's another video that I could probably make. If you guys want me to, then put it in the comments. I'll go ahead and go more deep into it on how you can use your credit cards in order to invest into even real estate. I've done it. But anyway, so continue, guys. Think about that. Start doing it today, because we don't know how many, a lot of creditors are catching up. A lot of creditors are seeing what a lot of people are doing, what we're doing. And we want to make sure that we make this resume look pretty, because I want the job. I want that job, meaning that job is when I want that credit card or that loan, because hey, I know what I'm doing. Trust me. So this is why we put trade lines in our credit reports in order to increase our credit scores. But a lot of creditors are catching up to that, and they don't want to use that as grounds to get you approved. So keep that in mind, guys. Start acting today. Do what you need to do today. Help yourself, help your family, because I want to make sure that I help you to create a better wealth, a legacy for you and your family. So guys, thank you for the time. Thank you for being here with me today. Please comment. Let me know how we did. Let me know how we can do better. Let me know of any other topic that you are interested in hearing about. Like that, we're definitely going to bring them to you. I appreciate your time. If this was your first time on our channel, please remember, do not hesitate to go ahead and subscribe. Click on that bell icon. Click on all so that you'll be notified every time that we post a new content, and we're coming to you between 1 to 4 times a day. Yes, 1 to 4 times a day. We put in a lot of content because I want to make sure that you get all the benefits, all the content available, because time is ticking, guys. Time is ticking. We never know what's going to happen. But hey, we want to make sure that you are set for whatever can happen with this whole credit. Possibly President Biden decides to transfer all 3 credit bureaus to the CFPB. And that's another video, which go ahead my channel, you can definitely find it. Guys, my name is Carlos Estrada Vega. I am the Credit Assassin, and I'll see you in the next video.
take shots, I take loss, I make shots, I miss lots. That's how you get big boss, you get yachts, you swing lots and pop off a big shot. I ain't done chasing, got big dreams, bigger things, impatient. Who's at the top think they need replacement? Who's at the top think I'm gonna erase them?